So then, 11:02, I've made it. I've made it. Just made myself a cup of coffee. Just had church service at 10 o'clock. And, well, that Philip Thomas is a great preacher. Reminded us all that we're saints who sometimes sin. I love it. I love it. So good morning. Good morning, good people. Those of you who are clicking in right now, pressing your buttons. Good morning and welcome once again to St Paul's Facebook page. You'll know, of course, most of you will know by now, my name's Wendy Murphy. I'm full-time minister. Stop rocking on your chair, Wendy. For St Paul's at the bottom of Carlton Hill. And it's the one facing Tesco's, that big old building there. And you can hardly believe it, can you? Here we are, 1st of November, 11 o'clock, Sunday, 1st of November. I've said it in church, so I'll say it here as well. Thank you to all those of you who sent lovely messages and flowers and cards, getting well soon. That's myself, and to Pete, who's been quite poorly over the last 4 weeks, really. I've not been that long. You just have to make a decision, don't you, to push yourself forward and to push yourself through. Good morning, Pat Sprout, and good morning, Lynn Sabin, and Barbara Gordon too. Had a birthday girl this morning in church, of course. You wouldn't know at all. It's not been plastered all over Facebook in any way, shape or form. But it's Eileen's birthday today. All the sixes, Eileen. Clickety click. Fabulous. And we couldn't sing happy birthday. How sad is that? But there we are. Those are the rules. And then here we are, lockdown to contend with again. So we are in the process of thinking about how we can live stream next Sunday's service, particularly with it being Remembrance Day. So we'll have to think about how we're going to do the Remembrance service. So watch this space, watch the Facebook page and the website, and we'll keep putting little notices on as to how we're going to do that. Possibility of live streaming, I think, is probably the only way for us to go. So you'll have to tune in, possibly by Zoom. But as I say, everyone will know, and we'll sort that out over the next couple of days, I promise. So everybody's got plenty of notice, plenty of warning for that. So as I say, I am getting better. Yes, slowly but surely. I'm still on the antibiotics till tomorrow, so keep swallowing the tablets, Wendy. Well, hallelujah. I'll be glad when tomorrow's here. I'm not particularly fond of antibiotics at all. So I think that's little Tracy there, because I can see that lovely little face for that doggy dog. Okay, good morning. Good morning, good people. Oh, another lockdown then. Oh, dear me. Total. Well, I know the schools are opening and universities and stuff, but it's it's a right old to do, isn't it? Really, it is. Crying out loud. Lockdown. Well, I have to tell you, good morning, Sylvia. I have to tell you that last lockdown in March, I went into Farm Foods because they do really cheap bits and pieces, don't they? Good morning, Salowin. And so I went in, and I hope we're not going to have a replay of March, because you just couldn't buy a toilet roll, could you? It's ridiculous. Come on, people. And then apparently the other month, so a good few weeks back now, the police had to be called to Farm Foods. Did you know that? The police had to be called to Farm Foods because people were actually putting into their trolleys 72 toilet rolls at a time. Now, I blame the store, because the store should say, shouldn't they? No, just one lot. And okay, I understand you may well have someone at home who can't get to the shops for whatever reason. Oh, but surely you don't need to rub people's faces in it like that. I mean, I made a comment back in March because I got there at about 8:10 in the morning, and there was all these toilet rolls in these trolleys, and I said to the lady at the counter, I said, "What's going on?" I said, "Why are you allowing people to buy all these toilet rolls?" "Oh, well, there's an offer, 3 for £10. Well, what about all those poor mums who can't get there till 9:30 till they've dropped the kids off at school? Morning, Lynn Faulkner. Thank you for your playing this morning, darling. What about all those mums? What about those people who have elderly parents to go and see and sort out? Honestly, I mean, what's that all about?" Oh, I hope we don't have a repeat of that. I hope the police don't have to be called. Goodness me. Anyway, now we've got to the bottom of that. Sorry, I couldn't resist it. Let's move swiftly on. Good morning, Donald and Sandra. So, I told you it was 1st of November, didn't I? Yes, I did. And in church, I've told you that too. Philip gave us an excellent sermon on how we're all saints. That's sin sometimes. I love that. So, just really lovely. So, some people call today All Saints, and some of you may know it as All Souls. And in recent years, we've made this our Hope and Remembrance Sunday. So, you may well have had a loved one, someone you knew who has died, and so we have a special little service, lasts about 45 minutes, with cake and tea. How lovely is that? And we light a candle in memory, which is why I've been whinging and saying, bring a candle, because obviously that's not possible this year. We can't do that. We can't light a candle. So, we can't light a candle in church and have that lovely little service. So I thought last night when I put the first message on that we could have a candle. We could light a candle, couldn't we, today? Because it doesn't have to be a candle in the church building, does it? We can light one. We can light one for those people who have died this year, who have died in previous years, couldn't we? We could light our candles and we could keep them burning all day, couldn't we? Oh, hang on, let me just Lucy, we went and wanted Walker's box. Maya went to pick one up, and the person went, "Oi, they're mine, and I want you to have 12 boxes." That's just greedy person. Reply, I own shop. I went well to the wholesalers. Oh, that's the other thing that lots of people do, don't they? They go to farm foods. They do. And stock up things. I went, well, go wholesalers then, as I can't. And I took 2 boxes. Oh, bless you. Bless you. It's going to be a bit of a to-do, I do declare. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, so I thought today, with it being All Saints or All Souls, we could have a little candle. So mine looks like that. Mine's a little nightlight. Yours could be an ordinary white candle. It can be a perfumed candle. It can be a big fat candle. It can be any kind of candle that you like. So maybe today, as we remember those people who have had a big influence on our lives that have since died, and for me, of course, those of you that know me will know how very much my granddad influenced my life and helped me to be the woman that I've become today. I really do believe he's played an incredible part in my life's journey. You may have someone who has made an incredible difference to your life. It might be a friend, might be a family member, it might be a work colleague, someone who's made a difference, who you can remember fondly. I was thinking about those people who have encouraged us to shine our lights, so to shine who we are. And if we can shine who we are in Jesus as well, if we can have Jesus, is called the light of the world. That's in the Bible, it's in the New Testament. And that's what we want to mirror. That's what we want to reflect. So as Christians, we want to reflect his light. So although we remember those, I'm going to light mine now, I think. So if you want to light yours, your lovely little candle, you can do that right now. And I'll just be encouraged by my granddad and those people that have had a big influence on my life. Certainly those people who have had an influence on my Christian walk. So there's people there wrapped up in that little flame, isn't there? And as I've already said, Jesus is known as the light of the world, and he encourages us to shine our lights. And there are other people, aren't there, who have encouraged us to shine our lights. So I have my granddad and lots of other people along the way, and I think the difference is that although we can encourage one another, it's Jesus who makes the changes in our lives, isn't it? He's the biggest, or should be, the biggest influence. Jesus is changing me, and he's changing me to be more like him. So we reflect that light, that witness of who we are. So I gave my life to Jesus. I asked Jesus to be my friend in 1983. And he came into my life because I asked him to. And he made amazing changes in it. In the Bible, we read that Jesus, as I've already said, is the light of the world. So I wonder if you've noticed what happens to a candle as it burns. Well, a candle gives up everything, doesn't it? Everything that it is. And that's what Jesus did for us. He gave up his life for us. And we want to mirror that light that he is, because he said, if you've got the light of Jesus in your life, don't hide it under a bushel, don't put it under the bed, as it were. Shine as a light in the world, not for ourselves, but for the glory of God the Father. So we have Jesus in our lives. When we know Jesus as our friend, we want to be his lights in the world, don't we? Because we don't want to do things for our own sake. Now we want to do them for Jesus' sake, as it goes. So we bring glory to him. That's why it's important for us to be able to shine our lights. So we shine the lights. What is twofold? So God, Jesus, shines the light into our lives and helps us with those dark places in our own lives. Only us and Jesus know. So he brings us forward and he brings us forward. That's it. And turn that around a little bit. That's it. Sorry, I'm getting a bit carried away there. So he is the light, and so we're very simply ask him to show us or to help people to see their dark places, and then Jesus will change their dark places into light as well. And that could be for any number of reasons, and I'm not going to name them here this morning. That might be a conversation that you'd like to have with yourself and Jesus as you ask him to come into your life, to re-enter your life. I've got this today. Now, I bet a lot of you, I've shown this in church before, and I'm going to give you a real close-up of this picture, because this picture is, let me get his name right, William Holman Hunt. And I wanted to show you the picture because this is why this is a really good picture, a real good analogy of why we need to ask Jesus into our lives. Because you can see Jesus, look, standing there. That's what the painting that William's done. And so he's actually wanting to open the door. But actually, he can't open the door. So look very carefully, and then someone might be able to tell me why he can't open the door. This actual painting is actually called The Light of the World, and you can see him holding, look, the lantern, because he is the light of the world. I'll put that down a moment. I've got a little test this morning, isn't it? It is. And the candle's still going. Is yours still going? If you haven't managed to find a candle, maybe you can put a lamp on and have a little prayer afterwards. Don't have to do it right now. It's got... Ooh. Ooh. I'll have to relight mine. I think it's because I held it to one side. I don't think it liked it very much, to be fair. I don't. Oops. I've got to hold your tongue right, haven't you? Wait a minute. Let's get rid of some of that. This is what happens to us sometimes. This is what happens. Sometimes we feel like our light's gone out, don't we? That's it. We're back on again. Sometimes we feel like our light's gone out, don't we? Sometimes I feel like it's a little tiny glimmer and a glow. Sometimes we feel like we're in a very, very dark place. Well, you have to ask Jesus to come in to help you with your dark places. Now, the door that Jesus is standing at is an old door. It's all overgrown. And there's something particular missing on that door. So I thought that was quite a good analogy as well about how we... What do we have to do if we're asking Jesus to come into our lives, if we're inviting him in? And so if we're inviting him in, then we have to open the door of our heart. You see, with this picture, look really closely. Because there's no door handle on that side where Jesus is. The door handle is on our side. You see, so we have to physically open the door. The analogy is we have to open the doors of our hearts to let people in. Well done, Tracy, you were there. No door handle. You clever, clever, clever. You are. So this is one of my favourite pictures because maybe the door to your heart is all overgrown. Maybe it's a long time since you've had a conversation with Jesus. Maybe it's a long time since you felt like you were shining, then you can have a little think about that today. Thank you for lighting your candle, Lynn Faulkner. That's very good. Oh, and you've already got the picture. That's great. So I'm glad that some of you have managed to find a candle. And even if you can't find a candle, sometimes we have those little flickering battery ones, don't we, that you can do. Or, like I say, you might want to sit quietly with a little lamp. Just click it on. Just have that moment. Just have that moment. So William Holman Hunt, the light of the world. We have to open the door. Sometimes we have to fight on through, don't we, to get to Jesus. But it's worth it if we fight on through. You see, quite rightly, as Philip said this morning, we're all saints in Jesus' eyes. And he's giving us, given and giving, carries on giving, because he's giving us the opportunity to respond to that sainthood. So, I hope you'll give that a bit more thought today, because we may be locked down from Thursday, but it's up to us how long we stay locked out in the dark. So I'm going to encourage you today to turn that handle and let Jesus be the light of your world. You can send me a message. You can email me. You can message me. You can messenger me. I'm not very good on Instagram or anything like that, but I'll do my best to respond. So, good morning, Heather. Heather, I just have to say, ladies and gentlemen, that Heather has had a really, really tough week with little Izzy. And yesterday, there was the most amazing picture on Facebook of them both smiling. And it just left me speechless. It made my heart miss a beat. The joy on both their faces was amazing. It really was. So it's really, really great to see you both. Really great. It's really great to see you all. Thank you all. I know, I can only, I mean, we're all, those of us that are huggers, you know, we're in a bit of a state now, aren't we? Because we haven't been able to hug. And so I can only imagine what that cuddle yesterday meant for the both of you. And it's a bit like that light, isn't it? Just keeping us in the glow. Jesus holding us in his everlasting arms and just bringing us to that place where we can be encouraged, we can be brave. Get the handle, open it up. Well, we've really got to stay home. We've really got to stay safe, and we've really got to stay well. Don't forget your masks, all important. Really enjoyed being with you this morning. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you, and all those you love and care for and are having real difficulty seeing at this moment in time. The Lord be gracious to you and give you his peace. And we ask for this blessing in the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Amen. God bless you too, Heather. Our prayers are with you and Benoit and Isaline. Get well soon. Amen. I'm still slipping my coffee. I'm still happy to stay around. I'm really pleased that you had a little battery candle. Just take care, Heather. Love to Izzy and to Ben. And a big virtual hug for you all. Keep your candles burning. Yeah, I'm going to keep mine alight. I'm just going to keep it burning. And then as I think about different people that have made a difference in my life. But remember, Jesus is the one that makes the biggest difference. And yeah, we can have people come alongside us and encourage us. But Jesus is the one that will help us through all those dark moments. Thank you, Lynn, and thank you, Tracy. Take good care, Tracy. And you too, Lynn Sabin. You're very welcome, Avril. We miss seeing your smiley face. Bless. We miss seeing everybody's smiley face, although I think we were quite a few this morning again. Yeah, I think we did all right. And we will sort something definitely for next Sunday, for Remembrance Sunday, and we'll see where we go. Bless you, Margaret. Happy birthday, Eileen. Yeah, it's just got longer, just like that. I think that's why she cuts it so short, Lynn Faulkner, because she thinks, well, it'll be down to her eyebrows before she knows where she's at. So, yeah, indeed. I'm not sure it doesn't need another layer in. I just feel like we haven't got that, going on, really. Anyway, I'm grateful. I have to be grateful for the next 4 weeks. Dear. Dear. Hope we can get the heating into church over this next couple of weeks at least, so when we get back in we can be a bit toasty. That would be lovely. Oh, there you are. It will fade in. Now, off to peel a potato or slice a mushroom, Lynn Faulkner? Maybe? No hairdressers for a bit, I know. Dearie me. It's a nightmare, isn't it? Still, all for the greater good. That's what we have to think. Thank you, Sylvia. I enjoyed it this morning myself. I enjoy them all, but just seemed really poignant this morning that we needed a candle because it was All Souls. You know, because that's what we believe, isn't it? That our loved ones are up there, waiting, partying on, while they wait for us to join them. Indeed. It's a bit windy out there, you know. It is. Goodness me. Ooh. So have hairdressers closed now then? Not that I'll need a hairdresser for a few weeks, but is everything closing down on Thursday? Because I can never make head or tail of anything, honestly. Sky's nice and blue though, isn't it? Apparently the moon had a nice blue tinge to it. You went around my living room, you can't really see much of anything, you know. It's I'm not whinging. Oh, from Thursday, okay. He's doing all right. He is up and about. He's chopped some onions today because we're having braising steak. Close your ears, Lynn Faulkner. And we've got some braising steak, just a little bit, because only 4 of us today for lunch. There we go. So he's getting better, thank you, Margaret. It's a slow job. I think he probably needs a change in his tablets because he takes an awful lot of tablets. Although, good news is, in a month he's lost 2 stone. That's good news. Because he was piling it on. But that's really good, isn't it? That's all good stuff. All right then, good people. I finished my coffee. In fact, I'm about to take my last slurp. I put that there then. There you go. You have to peel a spud. Please do hold Mavis Hollyhead in your prayers, and of course Izzy and Ben and Heather, particularly because they really need our prayers today. Okay, and Mavis Hollyhead's family too. So take good care. Bye for now, everyone. The Lord bless you and keep you.